Hello. In this brief video, we will go over the steps for grading with a rubric in an e-class discussion forum. This method of grading requires the whole forum grading system. If you are not yet familiarized with these forum settings, please review our separate video on whole forum grading. In order to begin, navigate to your discussion forum in eClass and enter the settings for the forum. Scroll down to the whole forum grading settings and choose your settings as appropriate. In order to enable the use of a rubric, you will need to modify the grading method. Here you will see two separate options. In whole forum grading, a rubric will have several different criteria listed and set point values for each criterion. When you are grading a rubric in a forum, you will need to choose a point value for each of the criteria. Separately, you have the grading guide option, where you can still list out several criteria, but instead you will be able to type in a numeric score for each of the criteria. For the purposes of this video, we will go over both options. Immediately after choosing a new grading method, you will be automatically redirected to the Advanced Grading section and prompted to enter your rubric. The Advanced Grading section is where you will also go to modify your rubric or grading guide at any given time. On this page, you have two options. On the left-hand side, you can choose to create a new grading form from scratch, or on the right-hand side, you can create a grading form from a template if you have any other rubrics entered in your course, or if you want to browse the list of templates that are available on eClass. For the purposes of this video, we will define a new grading form from scratch. When entering a rubric in your discussion forum, you need to begin by giving it a name and a description. Afterwards, you should continue on to enter the rubric criteria. On the left-hand side, you will need to click the text box to enter your criterion. Afterward, you will need to enter the point values for your criterion, as well as a description for each of the levels. If you need to enter any additional levels to your criterion, click the Add Level button. When you are ready to add additional criteria, click the Add Criterion button or the Duplicate button next to your preset criterion. After all of the intended criteria are added to the rubric, scroll further down to select certain rubric options, including the sort order for the levels, from ascending to descending, whether students will be able to preview the rubric, see the description, or the point values for each level. Once you have made your selections, click Save Rubric and make it ready. When grading your rubric on the whole forum grading page, each of the criteria will be given as a series of radio buttons for you to choose from. Each of the criteria will also have their own separate comment box in order to give descriptive feedback. If you have chosen to enter a grading guide to your eClass forum, the process will be very similar. You begin by entering a name and description, and then further down you will be able to enter the rubric criteria for the grading guide. For each criterion, you can click to enter the name, description, and maximum score. Afterwards, you can scroll below and click Add Criterion to add any additional requirements. You can also add frequently used comments that you want to have preset in the comment boxes. Afterwards, you can choose different grading guide options and click Save. When using a grading guide to score forum posts, each of the criteria will be listed with its own point value text box, as well as a text box for additional comments.